I just arrived. I believe this is the camp out now. I'm gonna head over there. I've been walking around for 15 minutes, and I believe the White House is right over there. The place is huge. Where all those buses are, that's a major street, 15th. And the monument. So Camp Out Now is located between the monument and the White House, directly.
Different kind of poverty now upsets me so. Night after sleepless night, I walk the floor and I want to know, why am I so alone? Where is my woman? Can I bring her home? Have I driven her away? Is she gone?
What I said was that this isn't a memorial, it is a protest. And so I just want to thank everybody that participated and that organized this thing. And thank you. Thank you.
I'd just like to thank everybody who was responsible for putting this Camp Out Now together. Miss Cindy Sheehan, Mr. Joshua Smith, Polly Miller, Robbie Dessau, who am I missing? Malcolm Chaddick. This would not have been possible without them, so I just wanted to say thank you.
And I want to thank Veterans for Peace, World Can't Wait, SDS, Campus Anti-War Network.
So I see here, I see older people here, and I see the young people over there. And I really feel like we have, as a young person, I have so much to learn from people that have been in the struggle for years, for decades now. So I really encourage people that are my age to come and engage some people that are a bit older than you, because it's one big community we got going here at Camp Out Now. But thank you all, thank you all. I really feel proud of what we did today, and it was, yeah, really beautiful. Thanks.
Well, here I am in Washington, D.C. All these big buildings behind me, all this important stuff. And I'm not too impressed. I see a lot of big, huge, powerful government buildings. The people are so removed. There's guards and gates and iron bars. There's tons of war memorials. There's a big glorification of war down here. A lot of outstanding towers and fountains and walkways, all giving glory to war. Big, huge buildings, important people, security guards. I'm not very impressed at all. A lot of waste of money. A lot of waste of resources. All for glorification of U.S. imperialism and U.S. power. It's crazy. I'm not very happy from what I see. And it is first day I'm here.
And let me say, some of the first victims domestically of these wars has been the poor of our country, who have been foreclosed on, have lost their homes, have been put on the street, have lost their jobs, and in many cases are on the street as veterans. We're seeing larger numbers by the day of not only veterans from previous wars, but especially the current wars that are going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. We're seeing veterans coming back and they're ending up homeless. And I say so much for Capitol Hill and the White House's concern about veterans. They don't give a damn about them. If they did, then they wouldn't allow any of them to be homeless. The Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign is planning a march this summer, and spring and summer. It starts April 4th in 2 weeks on the anniversary of Dr. King's death, and ironically also on Easter in New Orleans, which is one of the most devastated cities in our country, not only from Katrina, but from all the economic downturn that's happened. And it's going to be a march from New Orleans to Detroit to the U.S. Social Forum, and we're going to be stopping along some of the historic sites that Dr. King would have done his Poor People's March at. In fact, it's a march to fulfill the dream. We're asking everyone to join us at any part of the march. You can go to economichumanrights.org. There is some flyers over here. And I want to encourage you, because this is an issue that is not just about wars and their effect on the rest of the world. The cornerstone issue in all these wars is economics. And wars are always waged by poor people against poor people, and by working people against working people. The people in power aren't the ones that wage the war. They sit back and they make their policies. The wealthy aren't the ones that wage the war. They sit back and use their corporations to exploit workers here and abroad, and exploit workers in countries that we occupy.
Some of these barricades they got, and big gates, and God, it's incredible. It's like fortresses, huge fortresses. I've never seen such armored up driveways and iron gates anywhere I've ever been. There's a real separation of the people and the power. The peace group I'm down documenting is 75 to 100 people, and they're like a speck on this property. It took me an hour just to find it. Everything is so big down here, and the people are so little, and it's almost like the people are meaningless.
It is a class war, folks. It is a class war. And it's time we recognize that, and that we move towards revolutionary action, which is why I'm excited to be a part of this, because I believe for a long time that demonstrations are great, marches are great, keep doing them, but it's time for civil disobedience. It's time to take over things. It's time to put our bodies in the gears of the apparatus.
Make sure that everyone knew that this evening the Iraq Memorial to Life, which is the civilian memorial on the other side of the grounds, will be holding a candlelight vigil in about an hour. And then in 2 hours, which some of you may recall 7 years ago, at 5:34 a.m. Baghdad time, the bombs began to fall. So in observance of the 7-year time period and the beginning of the 8th year, those of you that would like to join us over in the pathway between the two simulated headstone areas, we'll have 10 minutes of silence, at least 100,000 people to be thought about within each minute. So please join us. It's 9:30 to help light the luminaries that'll be out amongst the memorial markers. And then at 10:30, if you'd like to join us, that would be great. Thanks.
Exactly clear. So there's a man with a gun over there. Yeah, he's telling me I've got to be here. Don't you think it's time to stop? Hey children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.